When I was a kid, I was a don't speak until you're spoken to sort of kid. I was very quiet, very self conscious, very introverted, did not want to be seen, did not want to be commented on. I was happy just trying to do, trying to be a decent student and a decent kid, and was just hoping to get by and to not cause any problems and not be pointed out in any particular way. And then something happened as I grew older. At some point, right around graduation, college graduation, I recognized I I wanted something. I wanted to make a difference, and I didn't know how. I and I didn't really even know quite what it meant, but I wanted to make a difference. That, just that phrase was meaningful to me. But if you ask me what I meant by it, I don't think I could have spelled it out. And um, it took a while. I went to film school and thought I could make a difference with films. And I thought, boy, yeah, that's a great little fantasy. I can make films and sort of send them out in the world and have the films make a difference to my audiences. And, there was kind of a fun experience of making these things. I never made anything more than a film short, but there was a great little thrill out of being in a room of an audience that was laughing at my movie and it was supposed to be funny, producing the result that I was after. And it was a whole lot of work and it was slow. It was a slow communication process. I'd have to create the movie for weeks and months at the time and hope that finally, when it got to the point where it was being watched by an audience, that it was producing the result that I intended. And then Dean and I started an acting workshop together, and I discovered that working face to face with actors and creating a result with them was like this immediate experience that I totally craved. I was making a difference with folks in terms of how I interacted with them, in terms of what I said to them, in terms of what I inspired in them. And it was nothing but a rush to see this positive difference get made in these folks and seeing them see themselves in a whole new light, seeing them be who they wanted to be with just some simple instruction and simple opportunity. And I was like, wow, that is really amazing. And it was that workshop that evolved into Sage Presence. And in the early days of Sage Presence, it was a lot of heavy pushing for me. It was a lot of work. I mean, when you co-run a company with the word presence in the name and you feel like you don't naturally have presence, you either feel a whole lot of pain or you do a whole lot of work. And there was a fair amount of both of those for me. But what happened was I stuck to it and I practiced what we preached and I got better. And really, I think at the core of it was just my interest in making a difference. I think that really was what motivated me ultimately to stay in this despite the difficulty and despite the pain. And I think you can see now, I definitely have more presence than I used to. I wouldn't say that I have reached the end of the line, but I feel good about the amount of presence that I can have in front of a camera and in front of an audience, and the interest in building it and getting better and getting stronger and making more of an impact and making more of a difference in the people that I work with is still there. And it really is ultimately because of that interest in making a difference. I think that's all you ultimately need for this drive. If you want to make a positive difference on other human beings, then you're going to be motivated to step up in how you communicate, how you connect, how you present yourself. You're going to want to step up because you have an interest in inspiring other people to step up. It's really a wonderful cycle that inspires others. It inspires you to inspire others. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. I'd love to hear what your experience is in terms of finding your motivation, finding out what brings you to this interest in stepping up your presence, stepping up your influence, and wanting to make more of a difference with the people around you. I'd love to hear your story. If you could share your story in the box below, it could start a great conversation. Could you give us that? Please share your story with us.